Missy's all packed up. Got 4 days worth of gear on her. Charlie's, he's all ready to go. It's hard riding into a place where you know that the only way you're going to kill that buck is in the timber. And I'd be shocked if I see him out in the open. Shocked. So, but it's the only game in town if you want a giant. That's really what it gets down to. Alright boys, it's opening day in the evening, 5 o'clock. I left camp at 6:30 this morning, hiking in the dark. Opening day Idaho general season. I knew I'd see hunters, and I did. Ran right into a guy walking down the trail. And about 10 minutes after that, I got into some bucks, just cracking light. I mean, just barely could see them feeding at timber's edge. I made too much noise and they saw me. Thank goodness it wasn't the buck that I'm after. Not a few minutes after that, I heard some shots coming from kind of up on the knob where I had originally seen that buck. I didn't expect him to be out there, but you know, who knows? There hasn't been any hunting pressure, so I was a little worried. Took me about 15 minutes to get up there, and there was nobody around. There was 2 guys down below me. I think that's who shot. Just sounded like it came from up there. And making the mountain house right now. And before sunrise, I was in the timber. Now, we're not talking dog hair timber like that. We're talking kind of old growth patch of timber. There'll be a meadow 30-40 yards across, deer tracks everywhere, quaky pockets, you know, stuff like that. You know, sometimes I can even see a couple 100 yards. Probably on average I'm looking at 50 to 100. I still hunted from, that was probably about 7:15. So before sunrise, so 7:15 to 10:30. So over 3 hours. I never saw any deer in there, but there's tracks everywhere. There have been deer in there. I didn't see the big tracks. Saw a couple more guys when I was coming out. You know, definitely hunters around, but they're not in there where that big buck is. That's why he's 6, 7, 8 years old, because he just knows where to go. So I'm confident he's still in there. I've got tonight, I've got tomorrow morning, and then I got to pull out for work again. So we'll see though. It's the only game in town. You hear me say that in every video, but it is. I can go out and probably hunt on all these open ridges. I'll see bucks, 2, 3-year-old bucks. I mean, you could get extremely lucky, like once in 10 years, and catch a 5, 6-year-old buck out on those ridges. But now that these guys are out here, I think you're better off in the timber. One old buck hunter told me once that I'd rather be in the timber where I have a chance than out in the open where I have no chance. And he was talking about big deer. And man, it's hard to think that way, but he was right. And so I just got to keep at it. So I got tomorrow. After that, I got to go guide elk hunters for a week, and then I got about 3 days at the end of the season I can get in here. So wish me luck.